2026 is the new 2016. This trend is taking over the internet. So we're going to take on the trend ourselves and do our makeup, hair and outfit as if it was 2016. So in 2016, I was 14 for most of the year and I turned 15 in November. And I wasn't that big into makeup back then. However, I took on all the trends of that year like a year or two later. So I did the cut crease, I did the hairstyles, I did the outfits, like everything. I was just a bit behind because I was younger. I always started with concealer on the eyelids as my primer. Made it really, really bright. So we're using a Barry M palette. Went and got this. This is called Hazy Sunset. And this is full of really dark shades that I would never touch. So we're going for a dark look and I'm going to do a cut crease. We're going to do this shade, it's called Burnished. Maybe I'll put a bit of saffron in the outer corner, but I'm going to see how dark this comes out first. No, we need to go darker than that. I used to use Colourpop as my palettes. And then the Naked palettes. I loved the Naked 3. That was like my ride or die. Could not get behind the original Naked palette. That velvet texture was just not it for me. Everyone that owned that palette, it was manky and gross. I also had the Naked, like the burnt warm red one, which had all these kind of shades in it. So that was like my glam palette. And then the Naked 3 was like my more nudes and baby pinks and like a classic like casual day look. And then Colourpop was like my party palette. I think I'm gonna try the saffron. This is insane. Okay, now we're going to cut the crease. So I always used an angle brush. This is why my makeup used to take 2 hours back in the day, because this took me so long. Like now my makeup takes about 20 minutes, it's so fast. So what I used to do is wet my brush with some setting spray, dip it into like a shimmer. So I'm using like a highlighter and then go on top of the cut crease and it would make the like highlighter or shimmer way more pigmented. And now that cut crease is just like so much brighter. I did my eyeliner off camera because I needed to focus, but the big black in your face eyeliner that went all the way to the inner corner is exactly what I used to do. And then I would take a wipe and I would remove all of the eyeshadow underneath and cut that off where the eyeliner was. Now we're going to do a bit of highlighter on the brow bone. Next, we're going to do highlighter on the brow bone, and I would always use a white highlighter. So I have one in this palette that I never use. And again, we're going to spray the brush. To spray it with setting spray to make it extra strong. Wow, that's insane. There we go. Okay, mascara and then lashes. Oh, and for eyeliner, I actually dug out a Soap and Glory eyeliner. Yeah, exactly what I used to use. I don't even use black anymore. I use brown eyeliner, but there we go. And I now do my mascara only on the outer lashes, but no, we used to go right to the inner corner. Next to the Ardell Wispies. Guys, the lashes are on. Lashes never suited me. How insane. Like, they don't look good. We're going in with a matte foundation, which I never do matte, but that was the era of matte. And I used to use a beauty blender and put it on the back of my hand, but I don't have that anymore. I use brushes. I don't know, matte just feels so like heavy and cakey. I don't know what we were thinking going matte so much. I love the glowy look now. So we went in with bronzer, and I don't actually think we used blush that much back then, whereas blush is quite a big thing now. However, what I've remembered now, unlocked a memory, is that bronzer does not blend in that nicely and seamlessly when it's a matte foundation underneath, because the lines don't get fully blurred. So that's why we looked so like thick and cakey back then. I definitely look British now, don't I? Now, concealer. We used to do like a big triangle of concealer underneath. This is crazy. And then I did a bit on the chin and a bit in the forehead. And then for powder, all I have is baking powder, but we didn't do that. We did a matte press powder all over the face. So I'm just gonna take the baking powder and I'm just gonna go all over. Going back on top with powder bronzer. Not that we need any more, really. This makes me so grateful that we've gone to like the natural makeup now and not everyone is doing this. Next is highlighter. and not just the cheekbones, but we're also going to do the tip of the nose and the bridge, Cupid's bow, inner corners, and the brow bone. For eyebrows, you would draw them on, but I actually never did because I've always had really dark eyebrows. So I always used a brush, like a brow brush kind of thing, and brushed the product in. I always used one from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and then I am just going to help it with Got To Be, but instead of brushing up, I'm going to brush to the side and down. And lastly is lips, and it was the era of King Kylie and the lip kits were out. We're definitely going to overline the lips. Now I actually don't think I have a matte lipstick anymore. I think everything I have is glossy and satin. I think I'm going to put this lip liner all over the lips because it's the same shade and it's then going to be matte and it's dark. There is the makeup done. I feel like I've stepped into 2016. We're going to set this down. Next is hair. We're going to do 2 space buns, the rest down and straight. We are almost there. I've done one side of my head, so I did half up, half down hair, and I did them in 2 pigtails, and I got them right the whole frame of the hair. I didn't just do a section. Then we're just tying the hair around in little space buns and putting a hairband round to secure them. You guys, you know what's missing? Hoop earrings. I can't even believe I've just dug these out and found them. Now, I used to wear even larger hoop earrings than this, and they were way thinner, but I got these a couple of years ago and I've not worn them in years, but I kept them for some reason. How insane. And then I have the outfit on already. Let me show you. Don't know how well you can see, but I have the jeans, but they have rips in and they're skinny. And then I have ankle socks on, and then a pink tank top, which is like a crop top, which is, I'm so uncomfortable. And it's so cold as well because it's winter, but this, 2016. All that's missing is a choker. I just don't have one. Okay, and that's the transformation done. This is the TikTok I did, which is the big trend that's going around on TikTok at the moment. How cute. I feel like the dark hair just makes this. Also, people had really colourful hair like King Kylie and stuff, so they had the bright pink and bright blues, and some people were putting on wigs, but I feel like my hair works. This is insane. I hate it. I hate it so much. I don't want to go back to this era. I don't like the hair, the earrings, the outfit, the matte look, the really cakey makeup, the big eyes. Nothing about this I like. So because I was 14 in 2016, I feel like I'm looking at what I would have looked like if I was 16, 17, 18 during that era. This is what I would have dressed like. This is what I wanted to look like back in 2016. This was my dream look. When I looked in the mirror, I wanted to see this. So it is kind of crazy that I've kind of given my younger self that visual, that reality. Is 2026 the new 2016 for me? No, I'm not going to be bringing any of this back, but this was a super fun video to make and I hope you enjoyed it. Follow me on all my socials, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, in the description box below. Like and hype this video if you did enjoy it, and subscribe, turn on post notifications so you never miss an upload. Thanks for watching, guys. Mwah. Bye.